Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to highlight 5 projects for you that I expect to do really well this week. I've utilized advice.io's artificial intelligence and machine learning to pick these projects out. Right, let's get straight down to business. Let's get down to the desktop and let's have a look at these 5 projects. So this one has been pulled out by the artificial intelligence and machine learning over at advice.io. But with that said, I really do like this project, right? It's an interesting one. And Nick and myself, we always talk about the concerns that we have with centralized platforms like what we're on today, for example, and how impactful it can be if like your channel gets taken down or something along those lines, right? So we're always on the lookout for a project that's decentralized, enables us to create content. This could potentially be that project, right? So the ticker is 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 and this is 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪. I think that's how it's pronounced, and it's the decentralized global content ecosystem is how they articulate it. So for me, this is a project to definitely go and do some research on. I am from a personal content creator viewpoint going to definitely go over to their 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 website, and I am definitely going to try to upload a video and see whether there's any hoops that I need to jump through like there was with 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧. I also found that there were other projects where perhaps you couldn't upload at the a quality level of video, for example. Like I definitely couldn't do 4K and I could only do less than 60 seconds worth of content. That's no good to me with what we do. So I'm interested in this project from 2 viewpoints. One from a content creator viewpoint. I'd love to actually go upload the video on this particular project. I might upload this video on there and just get a feel for whether it works and fits for what I'm looking for. Outside of that, I think the project potentially has legs. I mean, I've mentioned a few other projects that are looking to do very similar things that are doing very, very well, but for me aren't very good. So I'll see how this one sort of plays out from a fundamental and actual use perspective. But I do recommend that people go away and do their research on this project. This has obviously been pulled out by advice.io's artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's got an A3 rating now. It has jumped several ratings, which is something that I look for when I look for projects that I think are going to do really well within a short period of time, as in these videos. So we've got the upward tick here, which shows you that it's jumped. But I mean, it's probably come from a B3 or a C1. It's jumped up quite a few to A3. So just to give you a bit of an idea, A1 is the absolute pinnacle of rating. We've never seen an A1 for an overall rating on advice.io. The highest we've ever seen is A2. So A3 is pretty good when you can, you kind of look at the market as is today. The 7-day change is down 7.68%, which isn't fantastic. There's a bit of data that doesn't seem to be pulling through. So, I have some concerns just for clarity around the data we're seeing here, because it doesn't look like it's all filtering in. The fear and greed index is A1. So, don't get any better than that. That's the top tier. You've got Sharpe ratio at A2, so that's pretty good. Your firm profitability is A1. It's a very profitable project. Lots of ups and downs with this particular project. Maybe there's quite a lot of bots putting orders in, so make sure that if you are purchasing this one, you do it on a limited order so you don't overpay for the project. Do check out like our Discord for more information and at me if you've got any questions. Peak end value demand, can't get my words out today, C2. Again, really good rating, and the 𝗕𝗓𝗪 ratio unfortunately is unrateable. So so from about C1, I think, if I remember correctly, to A3. Fantastic jump. Expect it to do really well. The price currently for this project is 0.01396, down 2% at the time of recording. If you have a look at the daily chart, you can see here we have kind of gone into the red here. What I would suggest is not just to FOMO into these projects. You might get them slightly cheaper before they go on a run. So definitely worth sort of taking a look at this one, looking at the charts. Jump into our Discord if you've got any questions, and do let me know in the comments below of this video what your thoughts and opinions are. Really interested to know. Okay, so the next one that I want to pull out is Grid Plus. This is like a new standard of hardware wallet, which really does interest me. Everybody that watches the channel knows that Nick and myself are genuine fans of Ledger, for example. So for me, it's always great to see new technology that's going to keep retail investors' money safe and secure. We are very pro cold storage, as in like your hardware wallet, for example. I don't mind like warm wallets as well, to a point. For me, the most important thing is you own your keys, and if you don't own your keys, you don't own your crypto, right? Like, and if you're keeping your tokens or coins, crypto, whatever you want to sort of call it, on exchanges, exchanges are targets for hackers. So it's probably not the best and safest place to keep your money, right? Like, it's like keeping all your money in the bank. Like, that bank is a target for criminals, because they know that there's going to be a lot of money there. So it's it's in the same way. It's digital. It's a higher risk sort of ratio for me. So having a hardware wallet, and if this is better technology, and you'd have to go do your research, then this could do really, really well. So definitely take a look. It's very interesting to look at this project, and I'm really interested to get people's views and opinions on it. So do let me know. Now, if we have a look here, the current price is $1.33, down just under 1%. You could have got it much lower. These rating systems, they change over at like midnight each day. So if you got in like there, like somewhere around here, it's come right down, and that's not what is being articulated in the artificial intelligence and machine learning at advice.io. So I am expecting this one to do a pretty decent, healthy run. But this is just purely based on what advice is telling me. So none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and you should treat this as educational purposes only. My intent is just to highlight some fantastic projects that could potentially have some opportunity for price discovery. So no FOMOing in, guys. Make sure you look at the charts before you go aping into anything. Moving on, and we've got AIT. Current price is 0.003075. It's just up. When I started recording this, it takes me about 50 cuts. Don't tell anyone. It was down here. So for me, seeing the price up here, I would probably be looking to see if I can get in a little bit cheaper. So this is AI chain basically, and there's not really much to sort of go on when you come look at the website. So you probably need to do much more research on this one and see if you can dig into what it is that they're actually doing. I don't know anything about the project as such. It's literally just being pulled out by the artificial intelligence and machine learning. But it is a rating of A2. It has had that multiple rating jump that I always look for. The 7-day change is minus 3.22%. And I have mentioned that we've never seen an A1. The highest rating we've ever seen is an A2. And that is what AI Chain has got here. So for me, the AMI-HAD ratio, again, is unrateable. Your fear and greed index is A1, your Sharpe ratio is A2, your moving average is A2, your peak end value demand, I said it right that time, is B2, but your firm profitability is A1. It's super profitable, this one. So if you do know about this project, just let me know a little bit more about it in the comments below. Really interested to get your views and opinions on this particular project. It's one that I definitely need to do some more research on. It comes up an awful lot of the time. Moving on, we've got Avalanche. Now, this one is a project that, it does run really well. For me, it's solid technology. And if you haven't done any research on Avalanche, I encourage you to look at the white paper, get a very, very good understanding of this particular project and the technology that sits behind this project. I do think that it's undervalued currently. I do think that people don't talk about it as much as I would expect them to. I think this is a project that, is positioned very, very nicely currently to go on a nice run. Now, the artificial intelligence and machine learning over at advice.io has it rated at a B3, right? I haven't picked this one out because of the artificial intelligence and machine learning. I've picked this one out because I think it's, positioned nicely. Now, when I look at the artificial intelligence and machine learning, it isn't giving me any indication of whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. Now, I do think that, we're getting close to these bottoms, and I do expect some price discovery, but I will caveat that with it depends on what happens with Russia, Ukraine, and Europe. Now, I've been quite clear in my expectations of what I expected to happen, with the conflict and the markets. And I think we've seen that play out as I articulated in earlier videos. Now, whether that continues, my concern is that Russia goes further than just Ukraine and enters into other non-NATO countries. Now, if that happens and you end up with a world war, I would say a lot of the data that I've been basing my thought processes on will be obsolete, because we haven't seen a conflict like that in the past that we've got data to review against. So I want to be really clear in my expectations and what I'm saying here. So what I am saying is you're going to have to not only look at the charts and look at the prices, I think you're definitely going to have to keep yourself up to date with this conflict as well to see what happens next. It's going to be interesting tomorrow to see what happens when the Russian markets open. Is the prices going to fall off a cliff with SWIFT being held from certain banks? It's not all of them, it's only some of them. What impact is that likely to have? So I'm caveating everything that I'm saying here and trying to be ultra realistic, because this is a very challenging market to really make any prediction on. So the AMI-HAD ratio is currently B2. It's not too bad. It's not too great either. Your fear and greed index is A2. It's super greedy for this one. So there's a lot of people seeing exactly what I'm seeing in the market. Your Sharpe ratio is D. That's not good at all. Same with your moving average. It's not good, but it's where I'd expect it to be. Your firm profitability is A1. It's a very profitable project, and ultimately conflicts always come to an end. And it's terrible that I'm saying this, and I don't mean it to come across disrespectful. It's terrible what's happening in the Ukraine with Russia in this day and age. I don't think it should be something that's ever happening. But ultimately, the facts are the facts. And from a financial standpoint, and with some of these financial instruments, there is opportunity. We saw this with COVID, again, another terrible thing in the world, but another opportunity within the space. So, my heart goes out to everybody, in the Ukraine, in the surrounding areas, and, Ukrainian people that have, they're not residents there currently. I feel for them too. It's a terrible thing that shouldn't be happening. But, with these things that happen in the world, there is opportunity, in the markets. Moving on, Harmony One. Now, I've been talking about this project a lot. Rank 54 by market cap. It's done really, really well. We got in super early. It went up really, decent in price. Massively undervalued in my opinion. Again, this is not one that's been called out by the artificial intelligence. I'm purely pulling this one out based on fundamentals, based on activity, and based on, what I'm seeing, when it comes to Harmony One, right? And I'm pretty close to this project in the respect that I'm a governor on one of the DAOs. I get to see how committed the community is, how engaged the community is. And for me, the DAOs are really, really important to that. Not only have you got that, but you've got the NFT bridge, you've got the bridge with Bitcoin, the bridge with Ethereum. Harmony is truly bridging to everything, and I think that's going to be the thing that sets many projects apart from one another. The ones that survive and the ones that don't. Harmony are going to be the one that survives, in my opinion. So, for me, it's pulled back 5.84% at 14 cent 71. Again, for me, an absolute steal. I have been buying at over 15 cent. I have a huge bag of Harmony that is doing nothing but increasing on a weekly basis. anyway without me even purchasing any, because I make a passive income. We've got a pool. We will drop an ad.
Today's video has been sponsored by Cheeky Crypto, and specifically the Harmony One staking pool. If you are looking to support the channel and do not know how, the best way you can go about doing this is actually to go ahead and delegate your One holdings into the Cheeky One staking pool. By doing so, not only are you supporting the channel, but you're also providing yourself with a nice passive income on your crypto holdings. You'll get some very juicy returns hovering around the 10% APY, and this is a fantastic way to make your crypto work hard for you the way that you worked hard for your crypto. Guys, if you are looking to support the channel, why not delegate today to the Cheeky One staking pool with the Harmony One protocol?
But ultimately, this for me is a project that I'm expecting to bounce and recover very, very well once all of this terrible stuff in the world allows the markets to recover. Now, they've got a rebranding that they've done recently. You've got over 100 DAOs. The website, they've updated it. I quite like it, to be fair. Very bright, very vibrant. A few bits here about the DAOs, which I think is great. Fresh, the partnership with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, obviously coming to Harmony. Again, just lots going on. You've got bits about scaling and the metaverse and Web3. This for me is a project where I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I think they're going places. I think from a thought process, they are light years ahead of many other projects in the way they think and how they've adapted to what's happening within the crypto space. So yeah, but let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on Harmony, right? Like Nick and myself have been talking about Harmony since it feels like the dawn of time, right? Like so early, so much opportunity. And I look back at the markets, the history of the markets, and if there was ever an opportunity to get into some of these projects after you missed the previous opportunities to get into them, that time is now. And when I say it's now, I don't mean go away and just FOMO into some of these projects. What I mean is go away, look at the charts, find the good entry point on the projects that you've researched, and you found the ones out of the ones that we talk about that resonate with you. I think those are the ones that you've got to look at. Don't just take my word for it. Don't take some other influencer's word for it. We're not financial advisors. It's educational purposes only for these videos. For me, really important stuff. But ultimately, in my eyes and my opinion, this is a fantastic opportunity. When I look at some of these projects and I think where they were at the peak of the bull run, and I consider actually technically how much more superior they are now, at fundamental point of view compared to where they were when they were at all-time high, like my eyes just start to light up. That is just, for me, it's a fantastic opportunity. Now, it reminds me of very, very much of Amazon back in the early days, where all the internal metrics were up, but the price was down. It was a golden opportunity, and that's how I see crypto right now. Do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on crypto currently. Don't forget to join us in Patreon if that's something of interest for you. Become a member. We talk about exit strategies. We talk about the different strategies in order to actually make money in cryptocurrency, like the real juicy stuff. So jump into that. We do 2 weekly AMAs. We do those twice weekly. And it's a fantastic way to chat with us, voice chat with us, over the internet. So we'd love to have you as members. One thing that I would say is don't sign up today, don't sign up tomorrow. Wait until the 1st of the month, because Patreon does charge on the 1st of every month. So if you sign up today, you'll be charged again on the 1st, which is a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. And I don't want you to overpay. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, just mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all those notifications so you never miss a video, and jump in our Discord, man. Like, it's so much fun. There's so many people there chatting crypto 24/7, and keep yourself up to date on all the news and everything that's happening in the crypto space. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.